One and go.
All right, everybody. Hey, welcome back to another episode from Masterwork Adventures. We're back here with the same crew from last time as we were playing Gestaltia. If you've been watching us, you know who all is here. But let me go on ahead and introduce everyone, anyways. We have Eric over here playing Terry. And you've met Jason before. He's now playing Uzanor. And we have Ethan, who is playing a new character. He hasn't quite been introduced, though he is causing some chaos now with Mr. Giggles. And as Tass has been with us for the whole time here, and let's see, and she's playing Celise this time, and we have Elijah finishing it off with what is your character's Littlefoot? That's right. So if you had paid attention to our last episode, the group had recently gone to investigate an orphanage that seems to be taking wayward children who are left in the realm and kind of raising and training them to be their kind of own personal adventures for hire. It looks like they are. So the group had kind of just arrived, and they've been scouting out and playing around on the inside, trying to talk to people and figure out what's going on. So far, they've seen a pretty, you know, actually a pretty well organized and put together place. The students, for the most part, seem pretty well behaved. And everyone is being trained and pushed on their powers to whether it be combat or magic and such like that. There's really only one fly in the ointment here, and that's someone that the group hasn't quite run into yet, and that's Mr. Giggles. He seems to be running around and causing all sorts of mischief amongst the students. His latest attempt had been to equip a small child with with a smoke bomb, and he detonated it inside the library
That was
where
a bomb.
and so yeah,
I remember
it
last
was
week.
a
That was
bomb.
It
definitely a
seemed more like a
bomb.
bomb to me.
I mean, it didn't hurt anybody, but it blew a lot of things around. um let's see. So poor Terry is probably going to end up being the culprit for this one again, but we'll see how that all works out. Let's go ahead and take it away from where it had last ended. The explosion had just gone off, and guards appeared in the smoke. And at the same time, Littlefoot had cast fog in the room. Now that obscures all line of sight. Obviously, it's not just like a low fog that's rolling around the feet. It's a fog in the room, and how far does it actually go
It's
out?
a 20-foot radius.
It's a 24. So it's not really very big. But did you cast it kind of on the guards?
I cast it where Terry was just standing.
Okay, where Terry just was. Can he just teleport it out now? Got you. Okay, so let's actually take it away from the two on the outside. You guys just witnessed all this. What is your plan? And that would be both Celise and Littlefoot.
I'm gonna.
Littlefoot, the fog was a good idea.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
We should probably not go in there, though.
Yeah, that's why
Are
the
there
fog's there.
windows nearby?
Yeah,
like
it's right here.
towards direction.
Point directly in front of us.
Other windows, Littlefoot.
There are a few more kind of around the area. Once again, all of them are elevated though. There's none that are on like just easy reach from the ground. Now you being a drow and already naturally kind of nimble, getting up to them isn't going to be an issue for you, but it is still a little bit of a trick.
Last time I was levitating.
Yeah, because you're a drow, you can levitate.
So why would it be difficult for me to get her?
It's not. It's just if you're choosing to levitate to do that, it's not just walking along the ground and looking over and being like, "Ooh, there's the window."
Right. Can we find one that is towards where we saw Terry?
I actually don't think y'all probably would have seen where he went. The view that y'all had was more at the event that just happened. Uzanor had distracted had distracted the lady. What was her name again? Not Andromeda.
Ophelia? Am I thinking something else?
Ophelia, yes. He had just distracted Ophelia and had brought her to a different area of the library. Y'all were focused on the area where
Well, that
Terry
was me. I did that.
You were distracted Ophelia. And,
Yeah, well, he could talk
and-
to. Well,
and
Uzinor
that's
could
right.
talk to Andromeda.
And that's where you had run into the little girl with Mr. Boom Boom.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, so you probably actually so then you wouldn't be seeing where Andromeda and Uzinor currently were.
Yeah.
So they've teleported out of your vision. I mean, there's there's shelves of books and all sorts of things in the way, wall hangings and such like that. So there's more in there. You just don't know where he teleported to.
Well, second option, we could go find like a landing dock, I guess, where they would be delivering. I think they have.
They were bringing stuff into the front gate. We saw them.
No, they were actually bringing that off to the side, which isn't too far from where you guys were looking. The only things going through the front gate was mostly people. Like the things that they were delivering to was being brought through the more servants' quarters or servants' entrance.
Mm-hmm.
That look like more deliveries, packing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go there. You want to come, Littlefoot? I think they can handle this situation.
No, probably not. I'll stick around just in case. And are all like the kids out of the courtyard at this point? Have they all like ran off?
Oh, actually, no. There's more kind of coming into the courtyard from other buildings and around. Like this isn't the only building here, so there is a small crowd kind of gathering around.
I'm just gonna
Well,
look at a couple.
levitating.
I'm just gonna, as they're starting to come over here, I'm just gonna look at a couple of them, like kind of mash some features together and cast Disguise Self.
We were already disguised.
No, was I?
Yeah, we were.
I don't remember if I was.
I think you were. You did it first, actually.
Oh.
I actually don't remember him disguising himself.
I turned invisible to get in here briefly. I don't remember.
Oh, maybe it was.
No, I do remember because I did disguise. And you're like, "Hey, that's a good idea," and you're like, yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, I know." So I was disguised.
Yeah. Because I still look like the guy that I talked to in the bar.
Okay, I see.
Hence why I'm not levitating anymore.
Okay, all right. So you kind of drop your levitation.
But I am gonna go walk with purpose because I know where I am and I belong here towards wherever I saw them bringing back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Oh, if you need anything.
I won't.
So you separate, and then Littlefoot, you kind of stay in that same area.
I'm gonna try and kind of go like around a bit and kind of come in towards like the back side of that crowd and just kind of try to intermingle in there a bit. Not talking to anybody, but just like that good old Assassin's Creed stealth.
Sure. You're just going to blend into the crowd as it's happening. Okay, all right. So you two kind of disperse and try to hide. I'm going to need you both to kind of give me a stealth check.
Oh no.
All right, D&D Beyond.
Is that my roll? No. Oh yes, I accidentally rolled as the DM and got an 8.
Amazing. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Celise?
Sorry, yeah, I'm trying to load the screen. It's being a little slow.
Okay, well, Littlefoot, it's not really your disguise is giving you away. Like, I mean, no one's really like saying like, oh, look at this person, but you are definitely drawing a little bit more attention because you're trying too hard to be stealthy and to blend in, and people are kind of just like who the hell are you? And like, what is this guy talking about? Is you're kind of like trying to just be like, man, what's going on over there, and just trying to blend into the crowd a little too hard. you are raising a little bit of suspicion, and you kind of get that feeling that people are they're paying more attention to you than you're willing to have.
No, I don't realize that.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, well, Celeste, let me get, what was your stealth roll?
27.
Okay, all right, yeah, no one saw where you went. Okay, so you both kind of head out. Let's see what's going on the inside now. So Uzanor, Terry just teleports to you, and Ophelia kind of like stops and looks over, and she's like, oh my, what is happening? Oh, she was the one who just actually sounded the alarm. She's like, we're under attack, and um Terry steps up and he's like, it's not my fault. I didn't do this.
So, from my understanding, this was just an information gathering mission, right? The gem that we're trying to get is getting delivered later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
I mean, to be fair, we learned a lot of information. Don't trust any of these children. They're horribly rotten, especially the cute ones.
So I just got done messaging. What was that girl's name that we saw? I can't remember. It's not
Andromeda.
Andromeda.
Andromeda, yeah. So I had just gotten done messaging her, and I'm going to just play my part. Darling, it's time to go. These child are clearly upstarts, and the one that caught my eye turned a nose up at me. I don't believe these are our target clientele.
Yeah, let's just get another dog. Let's get the fuck out of here. This.
Okay. I'm going to need a deception check on that one.
I haven't done anything.
Well, no, mainly just because Terry just appeared over here, and I'm sure he's covered, maybe not in rubble and stuff, but there's like dust on him and things, like he was just in an explosion.
It looked like he's like Daffy Duck.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a deception check, I suppose. Yeah, if that's what you want. Oh, I got it over here. 10. Like,
well, Ophelia kind of oh wow, all right. So Ophelia kind of looks over and she's curious, as you are kind of suspicious. There's something that's going on here. I mean, guard, like, there's just this explosion. You're standing there, and she's like, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask that you two remain with us until we figure out what had just happened. It would be unsafe for me to let you just run to leave right now. But we must all hurry and evacuate this section of the building. Please follow me this way. And she starts kind of leading you outside. She summons a few of the kids to follow you guys out.
Well, if you insist, my dear, I don't understand why we need a security escort. We are very high dignitaries. I don't believe that we need a security escort. We are more than capable of taking care of ourselves, but if you insist, I understand.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, so she kind of escorts you out. She stops at the door and she waves a few people over and she's like, please make sure that our guests are kept safe. And a few of the kids kind of come over and they kind of bring you over like to a section of the courtyard, and they're like might want to step back over here, sir. They're we have no idea what's really going on over there. So Mr. Giggles, you're currently sitting in the rafters right now. This all goes off and people are kind of running and running all around and evacuating the building, kind of as you were hoping. What was your next step?
Well, I just wanted to do a little bit of chaos. I just want to see how they react, because I need to start planning out how I'm going to retrieve this diamond and mess with, what was it, Team A?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm hoping that my message got through to those people that were just there, because I wanted their help for doing so. So I think I should plan to meet up with them at some point in time.
Okay. Well, so you were literally just trying to cause a distraction, and now you're trying to get out of here.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
assuming that they're gonna take them somewhere else. So I want to kind of intercept that with those two people. I don't know their names because I never met them before in my life.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you don't. Let's see. I'm trying to think, because you would know who you're supposed to meet, or where you're supposed to meet them, but you don't know. You don't know like what they look like. So I don't think you really know that these are your clientele that you're supposed to be running into.
Oh, wait, I knew it ahead of time.
No, that's just it. I don't think you might know a little bit about them, but let's see. I'm gonna need you to make a check to
my
kind of.
assumption the whole time was the fact that I was supposed to meet somebody to help me do this. I didn't think I had any contact, so I assumed it was the first people coming in here that I didn't know. But yeah, sure.
Well,
I can do that check.
y'all actually had a rendezvous point where they were supposed to be meeting you tonight at midnight. The group had kind of come in a little early to do some reconnaissance and everything before they met you. So these.
Oh, if that's the case, then I'll probably plan to do some more chaos in the facility.
Okay.
Maybe
like
go
what?
to another building, and maybe like put like a cherry bomb in the toilet or something. So it's kind of funny.
All right.
Assume we have indoor bathrooms, right? Or is it outdoor bathrooms?
No, indoor plumbing is a thing here. We do have
Just
that.
making sure, because if it's not, then I'm going to like wait till someone goes in and knock it over.
No, that's messed up. No, but you could totally. Okay, so you're going to continue to kind of move around the building, causing a muck. Let me get a good stealth check to see how well you. I mean, with advantage. Now you do know the building pretty well, and you know how things rotate around here. So let's see what you can do.
Okay. 1, 2. My highest was a 21.
All right. Easily enough, you kind of move around and start causing more pranks here and there. You're dropping some cherry bombs in the bathroom here. Greasing some floors there and such like that. So back in the crowd, there's people that are kind of rushing in to make sure that there's no fire. It seems to be like a small fire brigade that show up. They go in and they're checking things out. It's mostly a couple wizards. They kind of like step up, and you can see them kind of like manipulating water as they're walking in. They're kind of holding like some water that's just floating with them. Now they go and they check the building. They don't really see any type of fire or anything like that, and most damage is kind of minimal. So they come out and they talk to Ophelia, and they let her know everything's okay. And so she turns to you and she's like, well, it appears that everything is okay and everyone is safe. I hope the same is for you.
I have half a mind to sue. I don't feel safe.
But in lieu of suing, perhaps you could give us one of your students to.
Yes, on the house. That would be the best you could do.
No, we were not asking for that. We were not commoners asking for a handout, but merely maybe an afternoon to take them shopping, enjoy their conversation. Particularly one that caught my eye was Andromeda.
Oh, it's like Andromeda, really? Well, unfortunately, she still has a little work before she's allowed to be out. She has still a few tests to kind of prove that she is ready to play nice in the outside world. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be allowing any of the children off campus today. The trauma from this is just a little too much. We must figure out what exactly had happened.
Very well. Very well. So are we free to go then? Shall we be on our way?
She kind of, looks around. She's, yes, you.
I'm gonna cast friends, and I'm gonna. Are you sure you can't let Andromeda come with us? She would provide excellent company for this afternoon.
Okay, well, friends would give you advantage on any type of check to go with it, but they also then do know that you have used magic to manipulate them, right?
Sure.
It does. That is the thing about that spell. Like, just as long as you didn't make them do anything that was mean, they might not be that upset about that. However, you are trying to get her to release one of her charges, and she just can't do that. You haven't filled out the correct paperwork. They still don't really know, who you
That's completely unnecessary.
completely unnecessary. Let's see. I'm going. All right, let's give me some rolls with advantage.
So- oh wow, yeah. So I rolled a 5 and a 4. So it's a 15, 16.
I'm not quite certain that's enough. I don't.
I completely understand. I tried. Well, if you insist, maybe we'll return at another time, darling. Let's go. Let, let, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
All right. So
right.
y'all get out. So Celise, you were trying to make your way through the servants' quarters, right?
Yeah, to wherever it looked like they were dropping off packages.
All right. So
and like taking note of how far it is from the entrance, if there is any other easier way to get to it, stuff like that.
And you were walking in, right? You went into, not just like looking at the door.
Well,
right?
No. What does it look like on the outside?
It's a door.
It's just a door. Is there
Yeah.
anybody going in and out yet?
No, most everybody, like most people had kind of gotten out. Like as you were getting up to the door, people were kind of going out. So you kind of were like just blending into your surroundings, trying to let them, scurry by you without them seeing you. But the door is shut behind them.
Okay, can I go in before it shuts
Sure.
behind one of them? The last
So
though.
yeah,
I
so
wouldn't have gone.
the area you kind of walk into, for the most part, doesn't have anybody in it. It is pretty empty. However, this does look like a more like a receiving dock. There's shelves and stuff for crates and things that get brought in. There's packages laying around and stuff, supplies, sacks for food and everything. And you hear a strange kind of giggling noise from up ahead.
Can I see where it came from?
It's kind of it's off a little to the side. If you walk on in and try to investigate, you might be able to find them.
Yeah, I'll go in and investigate.
Okay, so you kind of move up, like creeping around, and you see this man, and he's kind of running these little like these little like tripwires around, and he's like putting oil on the floor and everything, and he's got these sacks of feathers kind of suspended above the rafters and everything, He's giggling and everything, kind of placing these little traps all around. You looking at them and knowing, how to place traps and everything, you can instantly tell them what it is. But this is kids stuff. None of this is designed to kill or maim or capture or anything like that.
So, who are you trying to embarrass? This is like a grown man.
By the size, yes. Looking at
Yeah.
him, you might get a different opinion.
What does he look like?
My character, like, he appears to be wearing a mask, like just like a clown mask is over his face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, who are you trying to embarrass?
I look at her, and I look at my bag that I'm holding
I
right
look
now.
at you right now. Also, hopefully, I don't know if you'd actually recognize me. I look like one of the. I look like somebody I saw in a bar.
Oh, it was one of the people that had done work for this place before.
Yeah.
So someone I would recognize. Would I recognize this person?
Probably. They're just one of the guards that are around the place. They do some hired work every now and then. When people they kind of compete against a lot of the kids for missions and things like that. You've seen them before.
Okay. I'm just gonna like chuckle, and then I'm gonna cast invisibility and disappear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Swoosh. And they turn invisible in front of you.
All right.
And all you can hear is the faint whisper of giggles throughout the halls.
Good talk. I'm gonna kind of take another look around the place, and that's the only entrance aside from into the building.
I'm also gonna follow this person around.
Well, okay, so that's
Right.
the entrance into this room. Yes, there are exits out of this that lead to
From the
multiple
outside,
areas.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's the only one from the outside.
Yes. Well, actually, no. On another section, since this room does open up, you notice that there is actually a larger section where it looks like larger packages, bigger crates are able to be brought through, like a whole a door, kind of a door where like a whole cart could be walked through.
Okay.
So it's a bay door.
Okay. Also, I don't necessarily. I can still hear you though, right, Ethan? I mean, Mr.
Yeah, no, I'm still there. Actually, I'm laughing and I'm making a fart sound, and then you smell like really bad odor, like a skunk.
That's disgusting. Oh. I don't think you're a threat. All right, I'm going to can I like peek? Can I like look through one of the other doors and see which section of the inside it is?
I think someone's breathing into their mic.
Always Eric.
Oh, good enough.
Yeah, sorry. I'm right by the AC. Sorry.
Well, Discord actually is really good with like neutralizing those type of effects.
Not for Eric.
No.
Not for Eric.
No.
All right. So you can peek around the room, and most of the areas that lead out of here are just halls that lead that lead off. Like I said, the building is pretty large, and a lot of areas do connect to this. Just because they get out of here, you notice there's also things like small elevators in here. Not enough for people to ride up in, or at least not enough for a medium-sized creature to ride in. But they're little dumb waiters and things like that that help transport the things that get kind of received in here around. So as you peek in and out of the different doors, you pretty much what you see are long halls.
Okay. Since I know the guy is still following me, I'm gonna kind of walk over to the back out the way I came and be like, hey, by the way, Stinky, any chance you know when Team A is getting back? I think the guy told me in the bar what their team name was.
I'm not gonna say anything. Gosh.
Okay.
You get no response back.
That's fine. I'm leaving now. But I'm going to shut the door really quickly behind me and make sure it doesn't open. Or just notice it.
Okay, all right. So you so you shut the door behind you, and he can't follow you directly out at this point. So Littlefoot, Terry, Uzanor, you guys make your way out, trying to kind of get
So
away.
we have an
So do-
escort out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, once I
Littlefoot
notice him.
actually does it.
Now, well, once I noticed him starting to leave, I would have liked just what's it called? Like, been like, hey, over there, and I would have like wild shaped into like a mouse and crawled in some in their pocket.
That's all right. Okay.
Filthy! Filth! Oh, get it off of me! This place is crawling with mice as well. Certainly not suitable for children. Oh.
That's another fantastic point.
All right, so we've been escorted out,
Yes.
like out of the whole thing.
Yes, out of the courtyard. The fire brigade mages have kind of returned. They've seen nothing, and so they also leave. Some of the students and stuff are kind of being pushed back into their places, and you guys are escorted off of the property.
I'm also
Ouch.
heading out towards the gate.
Sure. Now, as you guys are leaving, though, you realize that there are more than just than just students here. You realize that that there are actually several kind of older people. They that are kind of milling about. They're at the gate, the exits and stuff, kind of escorting people out and everything. None of them seem to be like heavily armed or armored or whatever, but they definitely seem to have an air of purpose about them.
Okay.
So our escorts kind of left us alone and walked away.
Once you are outside of the gates, they let you go and they return back. And at that point, they also, once everyone has been is out, they shut the gates.
Terry, that could have gone a lot better, but I just want to say,
I
feel
think
like our
so, too.
improvisational skills are really improving.
Oh, thank you.
I've gotten dark very quickly. I've never been afraid of a child, but I was afraid of multiple children in there. There were some powerful, powerful creatures in there, and I don't. Being afraid of something that's like a tenth of my age.
It really changed my opinion of children in general. Just no good. I did not like a single person in there.
Well, Andromeda was a badass. Just see that she dispatched those foes like they were.
She was mean to me. She was the meanest to me.
Look around you. Have you met anyone besides us that is not mean to you?
I don't know if I can exclude you from that list entirely.
Well, yeah, you just have to understand that my colloquialism and the way I speak demeans those of lesser intelligence by no means of mine. It's just the nature of how I speak.
That's fine. I just think you could cut out like a word or two in between, most of what you say. Just anyway, it's fine. We fucked up. It's okay. We're still gonna.
Doing fine. You fucked up. But I guess I fucked up.
There was a cute girl. Oh shit! No. She's cute for a child, a cute little child, right? And she just like gave me this bear, and it exploded. And like, I don't know what.
Sounds like you just wrecked it. Let's find the others.
And as he says
Yes,
that, I'm going to unwild shape, but forget to get out of Terry's pocket.
Oh my god.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Were you there the
I
whole
think-
time?
Only to hear listen to the last argument. This argument.
Did you learn anything of value? We kind of got sidetracked.
Yeah, I saw. Learn is a strong word.
What did you see anything of interest? Did you see?
So what happened? Oh yes, there was a weird figure, playing with cards, or he blew up an apple or something. He was playing with the children. He looked kind of weird though. I remember seeing him with the bird, but I was talking to. So to tell you that story, I have to tell you this story. So, well, you guys were inside. I was playing with this bird, and I decided to feed the bird, and we were talking a little bit, and then I was like making plans with the bird, and I was like, hey, why don't you go check it out? And then I had the bird go check it out, and I saw what the bird saw, because we had that kind of connection. And there was like guards and stuff, and we were looking around, so I think I remember about how many guards were on there, but that's for the DM to tell me, because I don't remember. And then there was that weird guy talking to a whole bunch of kids, and he was like doing a trick, and he blew something up, but it was like a apple. I don't remember what it was. And then Terry blew up. Or something blew up. I'm pretty sure it was Terry, though, because I heard an explosion, and then I saw Terry.
No, it was me. I mean, I didn't. It was me.
What did you blow up?
I didn't blow up anything. I received an explosion.
Well,
I did not cause an explosion.
Well, why didn't you put it away?
I tried. If we would like to add numbers to like our skills in life, it wouldn't have been a very high number that I used to get rid of the bomb.
Yeah, that's pretty believable.
It would have been like a 5 on a scale of 20 is really good, and maybe above 20 is like excellent. I had a 5 on that scale, whatever that means.
That's a really weird scale. Most ones I go from 1 to 7, but I guess that works too.
1 to 7, simple. That's fine.
Obviously, you haven't heard of the Elven 33rd scales. The best way to do it.
Oh, is that the one you guys use to feel smart?
No, you can divide everything into 33. It's a third. So, good is, the middle 33, and it's mathematically follows.
So what do you do with 35? I'm confused.
What? We're talking in circles. Where are the others? What did somebody else?
Oh, Celeste was in there.
Any information?
Yeah.
Well, Celeste, she comes out just a moment or two later. She's kind of let out through, like, the gate has been closed, but they're still letting people out through kind of a smaller area, like a smaller gate that's inside the big gate. And so she kind of comes walking out, still disguised as the male that she was when she went in.
I walk up to them and kind of look around, make sure nobody's like has eyes on me, and then drop. So you guys decided to blow up an orphanage. I didn't think you had it in you.
That was not us. Well, we'll just say it was Terry.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
He's
Did
working on
you
it.
get any children with that explosion? What was the results? I mean, body count?
No one was hurt. I don't think. We learned that the children are very powerful. Nothing really gave me a reason to think that they were being mistreated necessarily, but it is weird in there. And we didn't find any information about our target.
No, those children are definitely being mistreated. They all had the exact same statement planned whenever we asked about anything. That's either brainwashing or very, very well manipulated children. Have you ever tried to get a children to do anything? You You can't get a child to do anything. Every single child had a pre-planned script that they were practiced. They're either brainwashed or deathly afraid of something.
Like a well-run institution. Proof. So I found where the diamond or whatever will be delivered potentially. So that's
Ruby.
Oh,
Ruby. Also
Okay.
met a very, very rude, very, very creepy, and very, very smelly guy in a clown mask. And I suggest be very, very careful of him because I don't get a good vibe.
Is that the same person that Littlefoot was just talking about?
I have no idea who
I
did
don't
Little.
either. I don't know. It was some guy doing tricks and stuff for the kids. I don't remember. Did I get a good look at him? I don't think I
Yeah,
got-
you saw
did?
him pretty well. You could actually see out of the bird's eyes, right?
Yes, I could see what it
Okay,
saw.
then he looks strange for a human. He definitely was very odd looking with his face. It looked like it definitely looked like he was wearing some sort of a mask.
Yeah, he was either the mask or he was just terribly ugly and disfigured. I'm really not. I want to say it's a mask because I don't think he could live a life with that face, but it might be his.
Did I see who they're talking about in there?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What did you say now?
Did I see the crazy clown guy while I was wandering around?
No.
I mean, he seemed like a cool guy. He was playing with the kids. I don't think he's anyone to be worried about.
I disagree.
I mean,
I
but
think Littlefoot is wrong about that assessment.
I don't think you're the best judge because you're pretty mean.
You're also a terrible judge of character, clearly. And you always saw him. And playing with children does not make you a good.
I didn't think I didn't automatically. Like, they seem to be enjoying it. At least they didn't seem brainwashed talking to him. You know? He wasn't
Apparently,
like.
all of these children are high-class warriors who have some scripted speech, which is a fantastic way to raise children. That's just, that is really good.
Yeah, their own personal army. We are in the wrong business.
Are we gonna start?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you guys were trying to get into that business.
Well, I got the impression that, like, yeah, you can get these children, but only if I don't know. They said something about passing a test, but I don't think that they give them out easily. I don't know. I'm at a loss. But you said that you found some information about the ruby. Let's just pursue that.
Well, the
I'm
team
sort of
that's
done with
bringing
the
it in
kids.
is coming back later. So we should just wait till for our contact.
Yes, I agree. I feel like now getting a layout of that facility, breaking in and getting it from wherever they're going to store it is probably much more difficult than intercepting it on its way to its destination. So I feel like we should lay an ambush on the docks or the receiving facility that you witnessed, at least.
Also,
Yeah,
and
well-
hear me out. What if we just kill our contact after we get the information from him, and then we proceed with the plan and don't have to cut it more? All those other ways.
The Joker's plan. I love it.
I mean, do we even get a cut? I thought this was all going to that stupid bar owner and his salamander.
Why didn't we just kill that guy again? I don't remember.
We can kill him too.
But if we
Well,
kill
I
him, then
wanted-
why are we doing this?
I didn't want to kill him. I thought we were going to kill the crime boss, but somehow we got talked
that's
into
what I
this.
meant.
Well,
That's
I
how
feel
it
like the determination we made with taking on the crime boss is nigh impossible.
Honestly, I
wanted
didn't want to
save
do any
Sally,
of this.
which I support. I support saving Sally.
No, she was
Remember,
nice.
this is all for Sally the Salamander, absolutely.
Yes.
We're stealing rocks because of a salamander. I forgot about that. It's been a weird
Well,
day.
okay. I think
Ancient.
we'll
We need to
Well,
say.
we're actually stealing rocks because somebody lied about how rich he was. Very much like his class models. Yes, very much.
I did not lie. There was the exchange rate was not what I had anticipated, and I was.
You're also stealing rocks because she ate everything.
Yes, if you had 17 dozen.
Because you lied about how much money you had.
I didn't lie. I actually have that amount, but the exchange rate. I've explained it literally probably 1,000 times. I'm no longer explaining it. Partially my fault, partially not my fault.
Okay, well,
move past this.
What are we arguing about?
whether or
I'm
not
gonna-
you kill the person we're
We're not arguing. We're having a detailed planning discussion.
Yeah, richness isn't really the weight of your wallet, too. It's the size of your heart.
No.
Terry, I feel like you don't understand anything. Do you really believe that?
Yeah,
But what if you
if
need
you have
like
a hero's heart, then you're rich.
okay, but what if you need to buy something?
even
Well-
Littlefoot understands it better than you, Terry.
A lot of times when I do like quests for my heroing, people just kind of give me things.
Well,
So-
I've never
That's-
had. I've never.
that's not how the majority of the world works, and I think that your realm is much different from probably every other realm that exists.
I never got things. I usually just pick stuff up off anyone that was not alive anymore.
Oh, yeah, plenty of that too. But no, you go to the town and the town needs help with something, and then they like give you a good meal and a place to stay, and you feel rich. You feel like you're part of the town.
But you could just buy that if you had money.
I guess, yeah, I'm learning a lot here. But I don't know, it's more
Honestly,
fun.
all you're charging is for a meal and a bed to stay in. I feel like you're severely underrating your skills, Terry.
Yeah. What if you go somewhere and they don't know you? Then you just don't have anywhere to stay.
Well, I get to know them, and then I do helping stuff. I help them out, and then, it's fine. Let's just kill. Yeah, we could kill whoever. We could do it. I'm just so exhausted from this place. We could do it your way. We could do it your way.
Your
Who are we killing?
chivalrous and noble knight is just defeated. He's just like, I'll just kill whatever I need to kill to get this done.
No. Terry, just understand, we are going to do everything that we can to get the diamond or the amber to save Sally, this noble creature. But at the same
Yeah,
time, any
that's what I'm only-
balancing we can do to the foundation of the school will give the students a sense of autonomy, and maybe we can free some of them, and then
I mean, that's just the thing. As I was,
freeing the children.
I was justifying this by, yes, of course, freeing the children. But these children, I don't know if they should be freed. I think they should be all locked up. Like, they're walking around, I think they have a bit too much freedom, especially with their words. No, it's let's just meet up with our contact
Okay,
and
deal.
Try and run
and
down.
maybe we don't need to kill him. Let's reserve that right until we meet him. Yeah.
Okay, I also reserve the right if I find a child the right size for a ritual I need, I might take it and kill it and use it in that ritual. So
For what ritual do you need a what?
Well,
Isn't
I
Terry
don't
small?
know.
it's totally normal. I just, convenience sake.
Everybody crickets.
I'm just
yes,
letting you guys know. It'll be small, very unencumbered.
That's-
You won't even notice.
So
That's
these are
worse.
just a little baby. Like not even a big one, not a fully grown, just a little one.
A very little baby. Okay.
You need to work on your jokes, Elise. That
Oh,
one
yes,
wasn't very funny.
Celise, I did meet this
Not joking.
take charge female that I feel like could use your stewardship.
Is it between a foot and
No,
less
she,
than a foot?
What?
fully
Why
grown
would I?
human.
No, I have no rituals that require those components.
I'm very curious
though.
to why you need a
Could
child
Could
that
we use
matches
like
this.
could we use like a
A
large
foot.
goat maybe, or a small goat?
Goat. I
No.
mean, it just
What about a monkey?
makes it
The children are
feel
like
wrong,
monkeys.
It's weird. No, I don't think a monkey would work.
I heard the human ones are like 90% monkey or something. It should work.
Is that a thing that? How do you know?
I don't know, but I just made it up.
I mean, he does transform into creatures. I'm pretty sure he would know what they're comprised of.
Good point. Good point. Yeah. No, definitely needs to be a human child. Sorry.
You know what? When we get to downtime, you do whatever you want on your downtime. Please don't tell me that you're going to sacrifice a small baby.
Is
Please
that
just
so?
don't.
Okay.
Just don't tell me that.
Your priestess in your realm do things a little differently. I'm not surprised, actually. Now that I've met you, it's fine.
It's for the.
I don't
harvest.
even.
It's
I don't
good luck
even
on the
want to
harvest.
know. I just. Yes, I dislike these children. I don't want them to be sacrificed to your blood ritual.
But I feel like that's a good
just don't-
compromise, in a way. I mean, you don't like the
just don't
children.
tell me. Just don't tell me. Just don't tell me about it.
So it's not exactly a blood ritual.
I have
those are a little
very
different,
much
but
learned.
yeah. Yeah.
I've learned to appreciate ignorance in the past couple days, and I just pray for ignorance again. So don't tell me those things.
Okay, Tara.
Oh, we broke Terry.
Terry, the real world slaps you in the face sometimes, and it's not how you take the slap that makes you who you are. It's how you move on with your life from accepting that
I
slap.
don't move on from somebody slapping me in the face. That is a direct challenge.
It's you guys do the dragon thing. I don't think that's not a good analogy here.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
right.
I still have beef with the dragon that somehow is to me a legitimate beef, and you all have talked me out of it and made me believe that sacrificing a baby might be a good idea.
I don't
Now-
think
Killing a
sacrificing.
I
To
feel
me,
like we're
We
is-
have a great point, Terry. I don't suggest you sacrifice baby.
There's no baby sacrificing happening. We are for the good of the people, Terry.
Yes,
we are
for the good of people.
for the
Yes.
But you just have to understand that you've lived your world in a bubble, and your bubble has been popped.
Yes,
Now
evidently.
you experience the world as it truly is, and you just have to understand that
Baby sacrificing is just
don't
part of it.
really exist. And it's all about
Yes.
perception and how the world really works. So you just have to leave all that behind and adapt or die.
Here we go, adapting. I'm all for it.
Fantastic. I am famished. Let's get
I
some.
thought of a solution. Celise, why don't you just have your own baby and then you can sacrifice it?
Absolutely not.
But there's an elf here.
Absolutely not.
I tried.
Oh.
Okay.
It's merely scientific. I would.
Absolutely not. First of all, you could never defeat me in a battle,
Oh well.
and that is
Is that how your mating rituals go?
that is the start.
All right.
What about chess?
Second,
Does chess count?
you would never be anywhere near acceptable for a priestess of my standards.
What am I?
No,
Egg?
no, and you're far too short.
Well, I will win you over one day. I pledge it.
And just one more thought before we, rest up.
You have
You say a
no
priest.
more good ideas.
You say a priestess of your standards, but considering you're in a pretty different world where no one really cares, aren't you nobody now?
Oh,
Like, if you look at it, like, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people like that, so what does it matter if you go around saying, like, you're high class when everyone says it? Just food for thought. Alright, let's go, guys.
high class.
I'll start walking.
Okay. So You guys, I mean, y'all continue to debate this and argue throughout the night as you go and you try to get more food. There's plenty of restaurants and stalls around, and so you guys have your dinner while you continue your discussing on whether or not baby sacrifice is legitimate and acceptable.
That
Or
works perfectly fine.
and the night carries on. Is there anything of any real importance that you guys are like want to get done before then?
We're supposed to be being this contact at midnight, or was it the next
At
day?
midnight.
Can I get the schedule for the headmaster?
Can you get the schedule for the headmaster? No. Well, I mean, you know what? You could try.
Right. So I'm assuming it's just like in his secretary's desk or in his office.
Yeah, you might be able to find some sort of itinerary for him. I'm going to need some sort of something really good for this. I mean, grabbing a hold of it because his stuff would be, locked up tight. So I'm going to need something good from you. I'm going to need an investigation check to figure out where his itinerary is, who has it, where it would be at, and then I'm going to need some sort of a really good. I'm going to need a stealth and a sleight of hand. I need 3 checks from you.
Okay. Oh, then I
Do
guess
you naturally have any type of a bonus on any of those?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I am never mind. I'm only half persistent in all this. Okay. Yeah, 5 on investigation.
All right.
My stealth, and then my sleight of hand. So I got 5, 10, and a 7. 5 for investigation, 10 for stealth, and 7 for a sleight of hand.
All right. You know what? You find exactly what you're looking for. An itinerary for the headmaster that describes exactly, what his what meetings and arrangements he has for the day, almost to the minute. He's a very busy the headmaster is very busy, and you have access to you have a piece of paper that has all of this information down on it. You do see that around that he was expected to have the delivery um sometime tonight, around 10 o'clock, and you will be and then after that he will be uh after that you're supposed to be meeting up with your people around 12.
Okay. Think I'm just gonna. I know where it is, so I'm gonna want to like look inconspicuous. Maybe do like a disguise self, or actually let's do a what you call that thing? A wild shape into like a spider or something, and just kind of hang on the wall till
Okay.
like about 11 o'clock, and then meet up with my contact.
Okay. All right. So the meeting is set for you guys to arrive at a bell tower. There is a kind of, and it's not really a church, but I guess it could be. It would have a lot of that feeling. Imagine kind of a church of time. It is a bell tower that kind of keeps the time for the city. They the employees slash clerics here, or monks you might call them. They spend most of their days kind of working on like lots of clockwork things, basically making watches and clocks and stuff like that. The building is open to all. It hides nothing from anyone. So it's not really strange for people to be kind of like walking around here. They normally don't have once you guys are in the building, you'll find out they normally don't actually allow people up into the bell tower, but you guys manage um to kind of get around that, and you arrive at your meeting place at midnight. The moon is high in the area, and you're all kind of sitting in this bell tower, waiting for your contact to arrive. When the stroke of midnight goes off and the bells start to go off, loud gong gong, and they begin to kind of uh cause a small melody. Well, not small, it's actually pretty large, but a melody plays from the tower, actually reverberating from the building. You can hear off in the distances as others are kind of synchronized with this, and the whole of the city knows what time it is. As the music starts to fade, and your ears I mean, you are all pretty deafened. It was very, very loud. A strange figure like kind of appears in a window in front of you. He's silhouetted against the moon, and he kind of arrives at the end, and he is slightly giggling.
So
Okay.
as you guys, huh. I recognize. I want to say all you guys because you guys weren't very, very conspicuous when you guys hiding on the window.
I was in disguise.
Oh yeah,
I was also
we were
disguised.
in disguise. I didn't look too different than what I look,
Yeah,
just
same.
not.
Okay, I kind of forgot you guys were in disguise.
Yeah,
No,
actually,
it was just more my clothing than really me.
Hey, you're the guy who plays with kids, right? Yeah,
You guys are,
in the courtyard.
yeah. I guess
Is-
I like
is-
playing tricks.
Are you the one that blew us up? Well,
Who
Tyrion,
are you?
I am
Wait.
Usador Thilgrim. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am a mage, bard, and thief of extraordinary talents. What is your
Oh. I'm Mr. Giggles, and I held my hand out to shake his hand. Do you take it?
Yeah, I like daintily hold out like you're
And
gonna.
as soon as you touch my hand, it falls off.
Oh my! Please don't do that.
Do it again.
Adjust my vest. Very inappropriate.
So I know that. Wait, who's our contact? I don't think I was there for that session. The person who I talked to meet these people.
it was a person named Helm.
Helm. All right. So you the people that Helm talked about. You guys don't look like much.
You don't look like much either.
Damn.
And you're very, very non-threatening trapped, or not very confident.
Don't mind her. She's just mad because no one can beat her in a fight, so she can have a baby.
Yeah, yeah, that was.
Okay, like you want a
Broadway.
baby.
Yep.
You have fun having your babies.
Thanks.
So here's the plan. They already received the stops. I have this itinerary for the headmaster. I also have a map of the building. So we're
Cool.
going to. All right. So I plan to set off a huge explosion on the other side of the building, and then we're going to sneak in from the left side, and then we're going to use this trebuchet system that I built up for the past few years to fling us across the building into the safe, and then we I'll pick it up. I'm assuming you, Mr. Big, Strong, Tall Guy, and then we're going to take it out, and then we're open outside the building because we don't have enough time to open it.
We're gonna take the whole safe.
None of that plan sounds good.
You're
But
going to trebuchet yourself into the building, or
I was trying to go for a huge Wile E. Coyote plan.
oh no, I mean it's brilliant. Honestly, I really like it. It's
Yeah.
succinct.
I'm not doing all that.
Well, what's your bright idea there? And I look at her.
You know, it's
Growl?
funny. In the middle of our planning session, it kind of went tits up when a bomb blew up in my face. So I don't know if we have much of a planning plan for this.
I thought our initial
Why
plan
don't
was
Why don't we intercept the ruby before it's delivered?
that's
It's
exactly
already
right.
been delivered.
No, no, I thought not.
No, delivered
No.
it 2 hours ago.
That's what he just said. Yeah, it's already been delivered.
Is that right, DM?
Yes. Y'all had the chance to maybe to get it when y'all went in and investigated earlier to try to grab it en route. I gave y'all the option. Y'all had three different ways, and y'all said y'all were going to wait for him for your meeting. He was going to help you guys break in to get to it.
That's fair, I suppose. I mean, we didn't get much information on when it was going to arrive, so.
But before we get much further into this idea, you guys have to agree to help me do one thing. But
No,
you guys have to
that's a
agree
terrible
before.
plan. I'm not agreeing to anything because that's a horrible plan.
I've learned to just say yes.
See, that's the guy.
That's question.
That's how you get killed, Terry. Lesson number 1 in the new world: don't just say yes to anything.
Okay.
So if we're not being catapulted, what's our next plan? We could potentially Terry and I once again use our disguise abilities to get inside the walls and maybe let the back door open.
Pretty sure I have a key to the back door. Right, Mr. DM?
Why would we use a trebuchet at all?
Well, where's the fun in that?
Well,
all right, you could go in a trebuchet. You know what I could do is with my stature, I can look like a little orphan child, and maybe knock on the door and have them take me in.
Terry, that's one of the best ideas I think you've probably ever had in your life.
There's a key.
Well, I've had a long life. Well,
It can't hurt, can it? Can he get worse? That's not our problem.
all right. So all right. So you guys.
or we could just try not to be seen at all. But if we are seen, I can maybe try to distract them with that plan. But if we have a key to the back door, let's just use that. Maybe we can use the trebuchet to launch fire, barrels of gunpowder. Like if you wanted to make an explosion, you can use it. You can use it. That's part of his plan. He said he wanted to make an explosion. I am just trying to go along with them.
Children will be just
Kill
fine.
the children. No, nothing could kill those children. I'm pretty sure they would just respawn stronger.
Respawned?
Have you ever dealt with children, Terry? It's not how children work at all.
I thought I knew, but anyway, it's fine.
Yet again,
One child, you're so snapped to judge. One child blows you up, and then every child is bad.
It wasn't just that one child. All right, there was the dark children. They were worshiping the devil and saying mean things to me, and then that other one, your new friend Andromeda or whatever, she wanted to like me up. All of them, they were all terrible. Anyway, it's fine.
Wow, I think he does want to blow up the orphanage, guys.
I don't want to blow up the orphanage. I don't hate children
Sounds
with
like
the
a
same
lot
fiery passion as I do dragons. I love children. It's just these children. There's something wrong with these children, right? That's what it is.
They are a product of their environment, Terry. They could be brainwashed for all we know. We know nothing about these children, and you are harshly judging them for existing in the world that they are put into.
In any case, let's use the back door. What
Yes.
time does everybody normally go to bed? What's the guarding situation like?
So it is it's a pretty strict schedule around there. Lights out at 8. So dinner is at dinner's at 6, lights out at 8. And the kids are supposed to be retired to their rooms. Everything is now after that there are only it's actually a really light guard that patrols the area. There's really only a few people that kind of walk around the room, a few of the teachers and such that are there. um now now there is something that Mr. Giggles would know that might help out. It's something he's never been able to figure out in your time there, that most of the children aren't really able to get a hold of. There's something else that kind of keeps an eye on the place. There's something that's kind of something magical kind of surveys the interior and the exterior of the place. Whether most people have most of the kids have called them, like ghosts or invisible creatures or something, but no one's ever been able to figure out exactly what it is. The headmaster and the other teachers from the area seem to have kind of um, they seem to be really adept at keeping an eye on most of the students, and it's always eluded the kids to how they're able to how they're doing it. But they know that while they're within the walls, you know, uh, they are always being spied upon.
Does he relay this?
yeah, no, tell him about the top secret, super secret surveillance. I think the best way to go around this is if we murder the headmaster.
Yes, right. Of course.
Obviously the best tactic.
Is he the one who controls this magical force?
Well, no, he's the one who catches me whenever I'm up to no good.
Is there anyone that the headmaster
Personal vendetta?
I look at her like, what? Vendetta? You have a vendetta against the headmaster.
Hold on, let me ask you, did you go to this orphanage? Are you, did you grow up there?
Are you a child?
I look at them, squint my eyes a little bit, like, well, if you're asking my age, I am old enough, and yes, I have been attending that school for that orphanage for many years.
What do you
How
mean?
long did they take care of you?
Sorry, you guys both talked at the same time. I didn't hear what you guys said.
Good.
How well does the school take care of you? I'm just probing to see if he'll give me the same programmed answer as all the other kids.
Yes, I do exactly get the same program, sir. Hey, I have 3 hot meals a day, something, 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 and a big cookie, something. Can you send me that message, Johnny, so I can say it more times?
It's like I eat from all. I get all 4 food groups. I have 3 square meals a day. Take a nap, and I'm well disciplined. I mean, what?
Does it like he kind of snaps into it, like
Like low guy?
No.
almost like it is a program, or
No, I'm sure.
or is it a
I'm
begrudging?
sure
I'm
he's
saying
repeating it more out of sarcasm.
that one.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. It's just what they're supposed to say.
Sure, we can kill the headmaster. I really don't care.
And it would be a way to get these children under the thumb of this oppressive headmaster, and maybe in our favor.
No, I don't want children. Unless they're a certain. Never mind, you guys know.
We're not talking about children yet, Celeste. We'll get there in time. Calm down. You minx.
Well, you have to be there first.
So this headmaster, where are they? I guess I can take care of it if we're really doing it.
Yes. Is this a big, stern, disciplinarian type?
It won't matter.
No.
The headmaster. Well, if do you want to relay actual information that you know of what he is?
Yes, of course.
He is actually a very frail looking old man of he is just a really old man. He is a real bastard of a person. But he's definitely not something that like he doesn't strike you as someone that would be an issue in a fight. He just carries himself with poise.
Has all the children do his dirty work.
We can kill him.
Wrong,
It's
Mark.
convenient.
Well, most likely he is going to be with the diamond or the gem.
Okay. Perfect.
So track him down first, and if he doesn't have it, then we will interrogate him.
Can you lead us to wherever he keeps this diamond?
I'm
Well, they
assuming I
just
can.
got it. So where would he? How would he know? Where would they keep something that they just? I'm sure he doesn't keep all of the treasure.
So here's the one thing that he does know about the headmaster. The guy doesn't actually spend much hands-on time with the students. If ever there's a time where if ever there's a time to where they're meeting the headmaster, it's like they're usually in trouble. He just doesn't really seem to care that much about them.
He's just a disciplinarian.
The only ones of the students that he ever seems to actually deal with is the team A. They are the only ones who ever really have any type of interaction with him. Now, every student has kind of seen him. They've been summoned to his office now and then and such like that, but it's not like they really see him much. All they know is that he is a bastard, and usually when they see him, like, they're in some sort of trouble and they're put off on some sort of punishment or something like that. Like going to see to see the headmaster is just bad news for the kids.
Hey, one hand guy. Would you happen to have anything of this headmaster's? Did you ever steal anything from him, or maybe something that he would have touched or handled?
Dungeon Master.
Sure. You know what? When you were last in his room and you were trying to find a copy of his itinerary, you actually you manage to swipe his pipe. He always has a pipe that he likes to smoke on.
That Kush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asked to see it for a second and kind of give it a sniff. Go, whew, shit. And I'll pocket it. And all right, I'll be able to find him once we get in there. And I'll put it in my pocket.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go to the servants' quarter first and check to see if the ruby's there.
All right. I mean that's a solid plan. How are you guys getting in?
That's Giggles' plan. That's on Giggles, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I have a key to the back door.
Or I thought Terry was going in as a.
No, we don't need to do that. Just if we get caught, I'll do that real quick. You guys hide, and I'll distract them as a small orphan.
Okay, well, no, I mean, so Giggles does have a key into the buildings. How are y'all going to get over the walls and into the courtyard?
No.
We can. If you guys don't want to go over the top, we can go under through the ground. You can just dig.
That sounds like a lot of physical labor that I'm really not down for.
It's okay. You
You're
wouldn't do it
You're
anyway.
gonna El Chapo this and just dig a tunnel under.
Yeah, no, I'll just turn into a giant badger.
I feel like that's
Okay.
not the stealthiest way to get in. You know,
But
it is in the middle of the city thoroughfare. It's not like it's out in the middle of nowhere.
It actually could it work? Do they make little tunnels?
I mean,
If it has
probably-
internet plumbing, there's probably just a sewer system we can walk through.
Ooh, that's a fantastic idea.
Great.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
do you say, Mrs. Skunk Lady?
I could always describe myself as the headmistress.
Now you do know that there is a basement level, and there is that has access to the sewers underneath the underneath the building.
Yours it is.
Right.
Sewers.
sound worse than me.
Serious.
Sewers it is. All right. So well, let's go on ahead and we're gonna go on ahead and call this one here. We're only a couple minutes into that one, and when we return next time, we will be delving into the sewers of Gestaltia and seeing how and watching the group infiltrate to try to see if they can make it to get to into the headmaster's office, or actually I believe another spot, in order to try to recover the Black Prince's ruby. But I think this is probably a good stopping spot for us now. Let's go on ahead and we'll call it here, and we'll return next week and see how well they fare. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all had a good time. And once again, everybody, thanks for playing. I hope you all had a good one, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right. Have a good.